Hello, my name is Minako Hanada, and today I'm here to talk about the gender inequality within the Japanese workforce. Japan is a great country known for its sudden development in technology since the World Wars and is full of entertainment and fun accepted by the world, like their unique food culture, soft power like anime and manga, and the beauty of their religious temples. This beautiful country may seem like the best place to be for some foreigners, but they also do struggle with multiple social concerns. Recently, Japan has been working towards globalization and has started accepting workers from different backgrounds to diversify their work area, and have also started promoting the importance of women in the workforce. As a result, the female population within Japan has started gaining more recognition. Still, Japan struggles with its past customs and have a grave problem regarding inequality within the workforce. Since the past, women have had a low status within the social system, and that has been enforced by the IE system, which deeply supports the Japanese mentality. The gender roles of men and women were greatly separated, and men were considered the breadwinners, while women were often expected to be the caretakers of the house, often taking care of their children and tending to all housework, providing support to family members. Before globalization took place, many families thought it to be unacceptable for female members of the house to actively work hard other than in their direct family businesses, in which they would work under the supervision of their male leaders. Since the past, women have had the least amount of power both within the house and within the economy. In the year 1947, the Constitution of Japan has been enacted, which specifically states the necessity for gender equality and human rights to be maintained. Since then, Japan has been slowly changing to accept women to be within the workforce and have tackled problems regarding their social norms and expectations towards how women should act. One of the largest economic policies which have been held for the improvement of women's status within Japan is Abenomics, which was introduced in 2012 by Shinzo Abe as an attempt to increase the female worker population as a way to gain more economic power. Despite there being many backlashes and critics against this idea in Japan, slowly but surely, the demand for women in the workforce has been rising. However, there is still a great need for improvement. In the year of 2014, Japan has placed third as the country with the largest wage gap for full-time employees within the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development countries. Here's a table of the mean of the male and female workers' job positions. As you can see, the male mean for workers in high-standing job positions like foreman, chief, section manager, and director is constantly more than double the mean for the female's mean. For example, a male chief has a mean of 0.1, whereas the mean for the female chiefs are 0.04. Abe's initial goal made in 2012 was to get at least 30% of the workers in leadership positions to be females by the year of 2020, and the ultimate goal of this program is to get the female workers to represent close to half of the workforce. There is a great wage gap between genders as well. According to the OECD, women earn 29% less than the male population in 2012, which was roughly twice the average of all other countries. Here is a table of the average income rankings within Japanese major industries. The rightmost vertical spread of numbers is the average female income in that particular industry, and the middle vertical spread is the average for males. As you can visibly see, all of the industries have a much higher wage for males than females in all of the industries. And here is a line graph from the Gender Equality Bureau Cabinet Office taken in 2012. This is a graph summarizing the gender wage gap depending on the level of education they have attained prior to obtaining their job, with the left side being for females and the right for males. Both of the genders graphs show a great difference with each of the types of educational background people start their career with the highest line graph being the college graduates. What is unfortunate is how the average of females' earnings are much lower than the males, no matter which educational background they have. For example, A female's peak income for college graduate is 710.7 million yen, which is 65,377.53 US dollars as of March 9th, 2021, when male college graduates' peak income goes up to 855.3 million yen, which is 78,756.90 US dollars as of March 9th, 2021. This, in other words, would mean that if a female were to be working in an industry with a random male who has graduated from the same college with the same degree, they would be earning drastically less money than the male, sometimes with a difference of more than $10,000, which emphasizes the severity of the situation. This is not all. Some researchers have stated how women are still not greatly accepted or appreciated within the workforce, especially by Japanese older men. According to Contemporary Women's Employment in Japan, the effects of state-mandated gender roles, wars, and Japan, some men lack the understanding of the mental framework needed to accept the involvement of women in managerial positions and stick to previous gender roles and respected female behavior for women. In order to gain qualitative information, I have interviewed 10 Japanese female workers around their early 20s in order to get a closer insight into how women may feel within their work environment. Out of all 10 participants, 6 of them responded to the question of how comfortable are you in the workplace, a 2 out of 5, with the 5 being the most comfortable. When asked for the reason, Mika Hiraga, a 23-year-old lady currently working as a customer service worker at a retail shop, answered that the workplace is mainly men, and the boss there thinks that I always have to look nicer than anyone else because of my gender, and femininity is apparently important. Another participant, Yuka Isobe, a 22-year-old worker currently working as an office lady in a middle-sized company, answered how she feels like she needs to be performing better than the males in order to get the same amount of respect and attention male does. The rest of the 6 participants who had negative views had similar views towards being a female worker. 4 of the participants who have replied a score above 4 were either extremely thankful for their current work due to it being surprisingly welcoming and open-hearted, or simply because they do not care much about the workplace since they are planning on getting a baby soon and retiring. This would mean that there is only one female worker who is truly in a comfortable environment when working at a company out of all the 10 participants I have interviewed, which hints how there is indeed a demand for the improvement of the female workers' environment. Not many females are able to work stress-free due to social stratification, and a workplace truly free of gender bias is extremely rare in Japan. The invisible glass ceiling is thick in Japan, and it is very hard for Japanese female workers to achieve a good position or even get a fair amount of pay. As it is clearly explained, there is a desperate need for the improvement of the Japanese female work situation from numerous aspects, including environmental support, job availability, wage, and the overall demolishment of discrimination. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.